For 2 people you will need 2 pieces of duck breast with skin, and you'll need parsley, potatoes, stewed red cabbage, gherkins, that's what Google Translate told me it was called, Asier in Danish. And of course you will need brown gravy, but what we chose was to buy some finished Redwine sauce, because making brown gravy is really, it's too demanding, it's annoying really. That's the typical Danish Christmas dinner, only with a whole duck, you know, but we settled for, you know, only the breast of duck. Otherwise it would take like 3 hours or something. Red cabbage is in Danish called Rødkål. Rødkål. Parsley is called Persille. Persille. And duck is called and. Look, he's washing the potatoes. You want to leave the skin on because it adds a lot of taste. That's how you do it. Woo! Now I've brought the water to a boil, and the next thing you want to do is to prepare the duck. Look at this strange potato. It looks weird. Potato head. Yep, and then the potatoes will go in the almost boiling water, and I'm too chicken to just drop it in there, because then I'll just splash it all over and get myself burned. So ow! Yeah, and then I'll move on to the duck, which has to be kind of, you know, carved in the skin. Ah! Because otherwise it'll like fold up like this. Plus that you don't get the fatty kind of taste into the meat. This knife isn't very good, as you can see, but I'm doing my best. See, like that, you have to go almost down into the meat itself, but not quite. And then you do it, damn it, stupid knife. Then you do it in the other direction, which means kind of like this, you know, to make small squares in the fat, because otherwise it'll be all messed up. Yep. Yeah, duck finger. Now we're talking. Then you rub it all in. Make sure you get it inside the meat and the fat, because otherwise it will taste kind of like blah. So do like this, and then it should be pretty much ready for the pan. And then again, you will need some parsley. But it's actually one of my kind of signature dishes to do. I use these small potatoes with the skin on, and once they've cooked, stupid cat. And once they have cooked, I simply put them back in the pan, but without any water in it or such, and I just put butter in, parsley, salt and pepper, and simply turn it, you know, mash it up good and stuff, and that makes it so tasty. I can't even tell you. So I will need to chop some parsley. It doesn't have to be that finely, just so you get it spread all over the place. And I always use, you know, this part too, because there's lots of flavor in it. Most people just throw it away, but I think it's a waste, really. So yeah, just chop it kind of like that, a little rough. And it's ready for that. And then you'll put the duck with the skin side down onto the pan, like that. I'm actually not following any recipe. I'm just doing this as I usually do. I'm not good at following recipes. I always end up making something really weird. But if I just follow my own gut, basically, then it pretty much turns out good. And then, of course, you will need on the other side as well some salt and some pepper. And I actually don't know for how long it should be on the pan, but you can feel it, you know, when you take your fork and do like this. If it's not very resistant, but only a little bit like that, then it will be done when you're pushing hard. But it also depends on the meat a lot. So I'm just hoping it will all fit together with the potatoes, the gravy, and the stewed red cabbage. Yay, cross your fingers for me. DEFCON free! So I'll just put this red wine gravy into a casserole and heat it up. And besides that, I will take the stewed red cabbage, if I can open it. Yay! I'm strong and all that. And put it into a pot. Damn it! Get out of there! And you simply heat that up at medium heat. Keep stirring because you don't want it to get burnt, then it tastes like crap. So yeah, and of course the duck, you know, when you put it with the skin side down, then a lot of fat will melt and it will look like this. You don't want that, because then instead of getting, you know, fried, the skin will get boiled, and that will be like chewy and fatty and all that. You don't want that. So you simply take a spoon, tilt the pan, and remove the fat. And then we will need some tin foil, because the duck breasts have to rest for like 2 to 5 minutes. Some like it more. It all depends really. So I'm folding it once, like that, putting it on here, and just grabbing, if I can, the duck, putting it on there, like that, and then you simply fold the tin foil over it really tight, because then the core temperature will actually rise and make it cook on its own, sort of. And that's what this does. So this will stay here for approximately 5 minutes, and while that is cooking on its own, then I will make the red cabbage, the stewed red cabbage, right here. It tastes so lovely. It's a Danish thing. It's like Danish cuisine meets the French, really. Typical Christmas dinner. I love it. Too much.